It is wrong. Rise up to the occasion. We must show our boys and our girls how they need to do these things. Because when very soon
wait.
they will go out there.
No, really.
Yes.
Wait. Kuosha ni baba anafaa kuonyeshana.
What is wrong with that?
No, ni swali nauliza.
Let me tell you.
No, mimi nauliza swali.
Where is it written? It is the responsibility of a mother.
No, me, I'm just asking a question.
And I have also asked you a question.
Listen, Simon.
Yes, sir.
Raising up children is a corporate responsibility between the father and the mother. In actual fact, if I go philosophical the way I like doing sometimes.
Go ahead.
It is the work of the father to raise the children. The mother comes to help. Your wife is your helper, according to the word of God. All responsibilities are on your shoulders, but you're given somebody to help you do them. That means there's nothing wrong with you showing them. Remember, we said that children do a lot of imitation, and they learn by what they see, and so they do it. We said children is monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
So if they have never seen their father washing clothes,
Reverend Nani Warwe yuko?
let him come. You know, they, especially the boys, they will grow up knowing that men are never supposed to touch Omo and clothes. So they would rather rewind everything. I'm just about to raise a bomb, including their boxers, waiting for their mother to come and clean their boxers. Because wanaume hawawashing nguo. And that is why, as a father, you need to come in and let your child know that they can wash clothes. They will never die. I believe that as much as we have certain roles assigned to women, they need to learn it from the fathers, that it is okay to do that. And that is partly why I go to the kitchen, and I proudly say I do that.
Yes.
Because I would want my son to know that there is nothing wrong with him going to the kitchen and making breakfast for himself. Imagine, the mother is away, and from morning until evening, the guy cannot even cook an egg because the mother is not there, because it is the work of the mother to cook. Honestly, I will have failed as a father.
Yeah.
I think we need to do that. Let me revert a bit. I need to clear the air. I misquoted some scriptures. I need to put them right.
Please do.
Proverbs 23 and verse 13. Proverbs 23 and verse 13. Do not withhold discipline from a child. If you punish them with the rod, they will not die.
Mtoto akichapwa hatakufa.
Hatakufa. Sisi tukichapwa kwani tumekufa? Bado tuko hapa. Kumua na tuko kwa certificate.
And the second one that I misquoted was Proverbs again 23 and verse 14. King James says, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shall deliver his soul from hell.
Shall deliver his soul
from hell. That means correcting children is all right. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay? Now, allow me to also go back a little bit into what Willie was talking about earlier on. The use of inappropriate language to the children.
Cows or
animals with four legs.
Animals with four legs and others called shenzi type. Because parents think that calling their children shenzi type has no effect. Calling them foolish and stupid. You know? I at once sat in the office, and a parent comes and is so upset with the son. And you know what comes out of the mouth is I'm sorry to mention this. I don't like mentioning this word. It makes me feel like I'm getting defiled. You know? And the parent calls the son bullshit.
Wow.
Hey, okay.
And I'm like, I thought I invited you here to help me solve a problem. But I think I have more problems to deal with in you than in your son. Now, why will that child not growing up thinking that he's actually bullshit? Why will that child grow thinking that he's anything sensible other than that stuff that the parent called him? It is very unfortunate because Bible tells us that the power of life and death is within our tongues. And what Willie told us is very true. What you declare upon your child becomes. And parents, we must be very careful, especially fathers. We must be very careful whatever words we are speaking concerning our children. Because it is affecting them, they will automatically begin to become that. If you keep asking your son, telling your son that he is foolish and stupid, I guarantee without a shadow of doubt, he will soon begin to behave stupid because you have called them and so they have become because you are the father. And I always ask the fathers, now, who gave birth to this stupid child?
It is you.
It is you. Bible says that which is born of the spirit is spirit. That which is born of the flesh is flesh. A stupid man can only bear sorry, let me say it differently. A stupid son can only be born by a stupid man.
And a cow can
only give birth to a calf.
No, to another cow.
To another small cow which will nickname calf. Yes. And so parents and fathers should not use negative words on their children.
So because when the kid is being called a cow, the father is a bigger cow.
Let me even take it further.
Is that what you're saying?
Let me even take it further. Your son or your daughter has had a sexual engagement at teenage. So what happens? This boy or this girl come home and you get to learn of it. And what do you call them? Prostitutes. Let me tell you, that word will get imprinted in the life of that child.
What?
They will grow up knowing I am a prostitute. So every time you she or he actually sees a member of the opposite sex, it rings in their mind. Even my father knows I am a prostitute. So why should I prevent myself from doing it?
Wow.
You get it? And that is what we are talking about. Let's use words of affirmation, not words that defile our children. Parents, fathers must show their children love and must show them affirmation. Let me read another scripture. Today I'm very spiritual.
Please do.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 1 and 2. What does the Bible say? Therefore, be imitators of God as dear children, and walk in love, as Christ also loved us and gave himself for us, an offering and a sacrifice to God for a sweet-smelling aroma. Be imitators of God, therefore, dear children. What is Paul telling the Ephesians? That us who are grown up, we should be imitating what Christ did.
Yeah.
This is the scenario. If Christ was here on earth and as a father, what would he do? How would he treat his children? I will imitate what Christ would have done. If Christ never called any sinner a name, including the woman who was caught in the act.
But they were called brood of vipers.
That was actually telling them exactly who they are. It was not branding them. You know, there is a very big difference between pinpointing sin, telling you are behaving hypocritical. You need to change. Because we need to read scriptures in their context. And what is the motive behind whatever it said. When he calls them brood of vipers, he's telling them you are just behaving the way your fathers behaved.
Yeah.
Okay? And so you need to change. So if Jesus looks at a woman who has been sinful, and he tells them in their eyes, let him who has never sinned be the first one to throw the first stone. How would Jesus treat the case that I am in? As a parent, if my child is on the wrong, I need to correct him and correct him in love like Christ would have done it. And after all, some of us parents made the same mistakes that our children are making, only that by the grace of God, we fell in the hands of the right parents. And so they corrected us. And that is why the Bible says that we should be imitators of Christ and we should walk in love, whatever we are doing. I want to bring up another point here, that parents and fathers in particular need to love their children. Because I can tell you there are so many fathers, children who don't feel their fatherly love. And that is why many times they go looking for that love out there, where there are people who will tell them that they love them. I wonder how many of you watching me tonight are like me. I can tell you, I am past 40th floor. I am headed up towards the climax of life. I have never had my father tell me that he loves me. Yes.
Na si ulisema yeye ndo napigianga ukikuwa na.
Let me tell you, he's my best friend.
But he doesn't tell you he loves you.
He has never, I wish he was seated here. He has never opened his mouth to say he loves me, because my father is those African men. He is 88 years today.
Wow.
Okay? And so as I grew up, of course the actions that he was doing were supposed to, you know, ni wale wazee wanaamini that actions speak louder than words. So he will not tell you. Of course you have every reason to believe in him, because the things that he will do will tell you that he doesn't hate you. But I am looking at a scenario where, because times have changed, you have a child, you have a daughter, or even a son, who grows up, never heard you tell them that you love them. And then they walk out there and meet the neighbor's boy, who tells them, hey, you're beautiful, I love you.
What's up, yo? I like.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like your, you know? What happens next? This girl falls for this boy.
Unasema?
Yeah. I can tell you.
They want to hear more.
They want to hear more.
Yeah.
Because they are not used to it. But if they have had it from their father, and then here is a man on the road, an old man like Pastor Gigi, trying to tell them, hey, you're beautiful, they will tell them, I already know. Even my dad keeps telling me.
Yeah.
You know?
So it is important.
It is very important that we affirm our children and let them know that we actually love them and appreciate them. And let them know that they have a fallback plan. That whenever they go out there and they're feeling like they're getting attracted, they already know that there are people that have approved them and told them that they are good. When they want to go out there and they interacting with the other people, even if they are mishandled and mistreated, they go to school and they are told, you look funny. They'll be like, no. My father tells me I am the most beautiful girl on earth. You know, and that will actually sustain that child going. But if you never affirm them, if you never tell them that you love them, if you never tell them that you care for them, they will grow up looking for that. Remember, human beings are social beings.
Correct. Undisputed.
Yeah.
You agree with?
Yes, and it seems like we've been having some
technical issues.
Hitches, so kindly bear with us. But the production team is working on that.
You may reduce voice.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I've been given a humble pie.
But at some point I wanted to tell you to read the comments, and then I realized kuna something happening.
Yeah. So we've been having some delays, but the technical team
is working on that. Yeah.
So
there's a strong team working here. Yeah.
Yes. Allow me to bring in something else here, and this is about confidence. And I want to bring it in a way now, not as the kids, but you as a person. You need to, as a father, you need to have confidence so that your children can see someone with confidence and they can copy that. And so when they go out there, they will have inajitawa kujichocha. Wanajichocha because they have seen their father ni mtu wa kujichocha.
Wanasemanga mwanaume ni kujichocha.
Yes. But when you become or you walk like a cock that has been trained on, my friend, that is what your children will do. I'm telling you. And they will start suffering. They will be humiliated by some other boys out there because they will realize this guy doesn't have confidence. And so we need, as fathers, we must have confidence. We must, when we come to them, we must act like everything.
Mwanaume ni kujichocha.
We must act as if everything is
okay.
Alright. Hata kama haujalipa fees,
they don't do the in the presence of their
a guy. unajua venye watoto wanaamingi baba yao hawezi chapwa na mtu. So kijana akaenda akachokoza. Alafu akakuja akaita baba yake. Kwa sababu anafikirianga baba yake anaweza chapa kila mtu. Kumbe the father of the other son alichokoza ni an army person. So amejichocha. Mwenye alipata alianza kuchapa mtoto wake. Anamwambia kwa nini unachokoza huko kwingine? Lakini walikuwa wanaenda kufight nani? Lakini sasa unajua alikuwa amejichocha bado. Yeah. So mwanaume ni kujichocha.
Na ni vizuri now that you have brought up that one. Hata tukijichocha ni vizuri tujichoche na wisdom. So there are some things that will come your way. Unachukua simu unajiongelesha, unatoka hivyo unajifanya umepigiwa. But because again
unaondokea shida.
You don't want to face embarrassment. But watu wanajua huo mzee ana confidence bana.
Sana.
Yes. So pia ni vizuri kukua na wisdom. Yeah. Very important.
Okay.
Very important.
Now, there's something Reverend Gigi was saying.
Yes.
And I actually remembered, there's a story you said, and I actually remembered when I was growing up, that there is that, I don't know whether you will call it fear, of how the fathers would be unpredictable, that there are some things, like personally, I could not take alcohol because it was not present. There was alcohol in the neighborhood. Actually, there are people who are brewing changa. Na huko chini kwa mto. But I couldn't touch alcohol because nilikuwa na shangaa, assuming nimekunywa, nimelewa, nimeingia kwa nyumba ya nikiwa nimelewa.
Sio tu kulewa, unanuka.
Ninanuka pombe na nimelewa. Mimi nilikuwa na, I used to play that scenario and I would say the reaction would be I would be dead.
Yes.
And I could not indulge in such. You've told me that you refuse to wear some things. I will not say what.
Yes, I refused to wear them because I knew if I step into my father's house in this current generation, I believe that there need to be the gap closed between fathers and their children. So that even if there is still that respect, the respect does not have that unhealthy fear. That children will even not be able to speak to their fathers just because their fathers are so unapproachable. You can imagine your book is filled up in school, you need to ask your father for a new book, and you actually take 30 minutes building momentum to go and ask
and structuring
the sentences. To go and how you're going to approach your father so that you're able to tell him because you can almost be sure that your father is going to react like Hitler or something. That need to be really corrected. The thing I love about our fathers is that they were very firm. Their yes was a yes. Their no was a no. The reason why you would not dare take changa is because you knew very well. In Bishop's house, changa is nothing about to be discussed. You can't even mention that name. You know? I mean, as we were growing up, you know, our father was tough. My father would beat us because of finding us standing on the move straight,
Mufuteti.
you know?
Oh, inatangwa move straight.
Yeah, that's what Muzungu called
Move
it.
straight.
Move straight, and then when you
Mufuteti ni move straight.
Yes.
Hey.
You know,
Okay.
if you
That's a
were
new one.
found by my father standing outside our gate with a girl
On the move straight.
on the move straight,
You move straight.
outside his gate, not anywhere suspicious. Outside his gate. My friend, you are finished.
Na suspicious.
You cannot be suspicious. How?
No, I'm saying
Suspicious.
kama kwa gate atakumaliza.
Suspicious, you'll be hanged.
You can never think about it.
That will
Hey.
be treason.
You get it? And this actually helped us a lot because it saved us from so many things. I can honestly say that the reason as to why most of the boys and girls those days behaved well, interacted but with a lot of caution, unlike these days, is because they knew their fathers are that straight. They know their yes is yes. They know their no is no. And I think one of the things that parents need to do is to get to a point where their children know what they can take and what they cannot take. That if I do this, my father will automatically react in this way. Men and parents these days are so fragile. They are easily carried by their children. You find a child want to watch TV, want to watch cartoon on YouTube, and the father want to watch news, and there is a debate as to which one is going to.
Hey.
And the kid tells you.
Now
you
that is
even
this
watched,
generation.
Yes. Your child tells you, you watched news yesterday, so today I should be the one watching cartoon.
You watch 7 p.m. news.
No,
So it's my turn.
Not 7 p.m. The boring news.
Yeah, the boring news. You know? And you're like, you're wondering, what do I do? You even give up and let the child. Come on, man.
No.
Parents need to be decisive that this is exactly what I stand for.
7
and
o'clock,
my
the
child
news.
knows my yes is yes, my no is no. If it is time for news, it is my time to watch news. If you want to watch your cartoon, go and buy your own TV, put it in your bedroom, watch it whenever you want to watch it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That's true. Do you know, like I'm saying, the radio belonged to our fathers, and you would not touch it. As much as I don't 100% agree with that, the respect that we know, even when we touched the radio, we touched it when our fathers were away. We knew that Baba akiingia, radio ni yake ya kusikiliza BBC at 6:30 in the evening. And we listen to news at 7. After that, listen to death announcements. And then after that, listen to news. You know, and the news and he keeps on changing the channels because there was that respect. Children nowadays don't respect us because, first of all, we don't respect ourselves. You know, there was a lot of respect for parents, for fathers. Fathers were final authority. I believe fathers need to become that final authority in their homes. You know, if my father told my mother something, I have no choice. I cannot interject. It is the authority in the home speaking. The way my father treated my mother, I have no question about it. Because I knew my father is the authority in the home. And that is what our fathers need to do. I mean, us as fathers need to do these days. We need to get to a point where we actually be known to be that voice, that authority. There is a saying that in my mother tongue that says, mwanaume ni sauti. You know? That voice of the father need to be heard and need to be affirmed so that people can actually tell that we have real fathers in this generation who are going to raise up real men. You know, there are boys that I look at, sometimes I ask myself, honestly, huyu atakuwa mwanaume wa nani? You know, and I'm like, even if I was a girl, I would never agree to be married by such a boy. Because you can tell that the way this young man has been raised up, he does not even understand what is to be a man in the first place. And the problems that we are dealing with, these issues about boys doing drugs and doing all manner of things, is because there is something missing in the fatherhood.
Wow. As we close.
Number one, the things that we could not copy from...
There is what was good and what was bad.
Let me start with the bad. There was this thing of, you were calling your boy, you sent him to go and buy you cigarette, but you're telling him, smoking is wrong. Wewe ndio unamtuma, alafu unamwambia na hizi vitu ni mbaya, usivute. I think for me that was wrong, because this kid is wondering, Is my dad okay here? You're sending me to buy you and you're telling me this is wrong. You see? And so that was not a good culture. It was a bad culture. Then there's also this issue of as Rev is talking about, there was that it's not about being firm, but about being over strict. That you hear your dad is coming and all of you run to bedrooms and you go and sleep and you start snoring and you've just had him. I think for me, that was not a good thing because it shows there is no bonding.
I'm not thinking, wait. Okay, I know we are ending, but wait. Atunamsikia.
Yeah, you would pretend. You would jump into bed and
Unajifanya
pretend that you
mnang'oa.
You're not snoring, you're pretending.
Yes.
Oh.
Si umemsikia zaidi anakuja. Unaingia kwa bed unaanza kungorota. Because I mean and this shows there was no good relationship between children and their dads. And this is not a good thing that we should copy. I mean, imagine that my daughters, after this show, I go back home, they share, ndio hiyo gate inafunguliwa. They run. Where, my friend? Wanakimbia. That was not a good thing. Because it shows there is no good relationship. And so that is not something we should copy.
You know him is a BK. So he has the privilege of having a nice father.
Sorry, forgive me. Unangorota.
Ungorota. Ndo akiingia anasikia kulala mapema. Umeingia tu saa hiyo. Saa hiyo tu ndo umeingia kwa bed. So that is not something good that we can copy from them.
Okay.
You know.
So the good ones.
Before I say the good one, this morning, as our daughter was,
you're very funny.
As our daughter was going to school, the mother just realized she left her jacket last Friday in school. I mean, kama ingekuwa ni kitambo.
Oh my goodness.
Mtoto hata sijui kama angeenda shule leo. Sijui kama angeenda shule leo. Zile maswali inakuwa sasa inakuwa ni case. Kuna formiwa commission of inquiry. How can you leave your sweater?
Will you stop?
How did it leave your body?
Stop.
How on earth? And the father is holding one guy. Jesus. You know. I'm telling you. And so that is not a good thing. I mean, if you yourself you can forget.
Ulikuwa nasema the good things, wachana bad. Please wachana bad things.
Let me come to the good things. Let me come to the good things.
Watoto wanangorota.
Let me come to the good things. And number one of the good things, and I miss those days.
Really?
Children used to belong to the society. That a neighbor can see me misbehaving in Mungedo, and right there I'll be disciplined.
And your father is okay with that?
And my father, my parents, they are okay with that.
Kwanza
In
wanakuongezea.
fact, they will come to report. I have beaten your son. He was doing this. And my dad is at the...
Exactly. You're disciplined because you are disciplined by the neighbor.
Yes.
You're disciplined the second time by your father.
Yes.
Because you are disciplined by the
And
neighbor.
that is something I miss in these days. Because today, not even discipline. Korota. Just pointing
the finger.
And your wife, you go to school. You see that teacher. How dare can you point my daughter? How dare you point my son? Do you know me? Do you know who I am? You should know people. You see? And so I miss those days when children used to belong to the society. I wish we can go back to those days. Some of the things that we are seeing our children do, it is because now we have owned our children. That Waroi cannot beat my daughter because I'll start having fights with him.
Now only Reverend Gigi
Yes.
Okay, well, we need to close. I'm being told we need to close. Final remarks. Hey, leo really.
I think we should
Okay, wacha tuanze na
Nianze kabla relax,
We should not finish.
No, we have
We have finished. Okay. Hey, final remarks shortly.
Final remarks.
Yeah, and final alafu mimi yangu nitanini Okay, sawa.
Sawa.
Okay.
They say like father, like son. If you want to know what kind of a father you are, look at your son. You should be able to see yourself in your son. God bless you. Have a good night.
Wow.
I want to end by saying, as fathers, let us stop shifting our responsibilities to the roles. Our responsibility, God has called us to be prophets, to prophesy to our families. But we have shifted the responsibility to doing the roles of providing. We need to go back to our original place and to the original responsibility and start prophesying to our families.
Wow. Thank you very much, Reverend. Thank you very much, Willie. I think I want to end by saying this was a wonderful show.
Yes.
It's long since I had my stomach aching. And I want to appreciate and thank the media team and also thank my #1 fan that decided to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Winfred, thank you for being here.
Yes.
I truly, truly appreciate. And this was a wonderful show. And man, let's be good fathers.
Yes.
Because fathers, as Reverend has said, we leave an imprint into our kids. Either a good imprint or a bad imprint. Whatever you do, it affects your boy or girl positively or negatively. God bless you. That was a wonderful show. I've really laughed. This guy is funny, and him too. God bless you, and thank you very much. And see you next week while we tackle a different issue. Tell a friend to watch us, and we really apologize for the technical hitches. God bless you, and nice evening.
Amen. Good night.
Aki Willie.
Spirit.